After the apparitions of Our Lady, Reconciler of People and Nations, and before the apparitions of Our Lady of Kibiho, in the year 1980, the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared in Cuapa, a small village of Nicaragua. Our Lady appeared a total of 5 times to a simple middle-aged man, Bernardo, and gave some very important messages of peace, conversion, Bible, and most importantly, prayer. In this video, we are seeing the beautiful and important history of Our Lady of Cuapa. In the small peaceful town of Cuapa, with a population of 5,000 people, lived a 49 years old man, Bernardo. Bernardo was born on August 20, 1931. He was one of 6 children of his parents. Due to familial circumstances, Bernardo was primarily raised by his maternal grandmother. His grandmother doesn't know how to read or write, yet she is a very devout Catholic woman. Bernardo's grandmother instilled in him a strong foundation in the faith through oral teachings and daily devotions, and especially through the rosary. From a very young age, Bernardo was deeply involved in the church. He had been working in the church ever since he was old enough to use a broom and a dust cloth. And when he grew older, he began to serve as a sacristan in his local parish. And Bernardo believed that by helping in this simple way, he was serving the Lord. Bernardo was never paid for his work. He did it out of love for God and the Blessed Mother. After his grandmother passed away, Bernardo lived alone, being a sacristan in his church and working small jobs to support himself. It was in the old chapel and at the end of March 1980 that the signs began. Bernardo as usual went to the church to fulfill his sacristan duties. On entering, he saw that the lights were on. Now, Bernardo was somewhat a short-tempered man. He saw the light on and thought it was a woman that helps with the chapel works who forgot to switch it off. He scolded her a bit. Then a few days later, in the early April, it happened again. Bernardo went inside the chapel and found the lights on. He this time thought it's another woman who was also a volunteer in the chapel works who left the lights on. Bernardo didn't know that these signs were coming from heaven, announcing the arrival of the Mother of God. He was planning to call both women and speak with them and maybe even to scold them. He wanted to tell them to be more careful with the lights because they have very little money. But when he tried to scold the 2 women, he couldn't say anything. He looked at them and felt like they were innocent. His heart told him that they were blameless. So instead of accusing them, he chose to keep quiet. And Bernardo made a decision that if the light bill ever went high, he would just pay the extra money himself. On April 15, 1980, Bernardo went to the chapel to lead the daily evening rosary in the chapel. When Bernardo entered the chapel, he saw something completely miraculous. He saw the statue of the Virgin Mary emanating light. At first, he didn't believe what he saw. He thought maybe the boys who usually played outside broke the roof tiles and moonlight or street light was coming through and hitting the statue. But when he checked the roof, there wasn't a single hole. He also checked the windows, but it's closed. Then he realized that the light was really coming from the statue of the Blessed Mother. Bernardo became really moved. He felt that maybe this sign from the Virgin Mary was a gentle correction, and he also thought that the Blessed Mother is mad at him. He felt guilty for being suspicious about others. And he decided to apologize to the 2 women and also to anyone else he'd been a little harsh with. Then he went to the people who were praying the rosary and publicly apologized to them. Then he told the people what he had seen, the illuminated statue of the Virgin Mary, and he asked them to keep it a secret. But it wasn't kept a secret. The news got spread to the whole town of Cuapa. Some believed, some did not, and some mocked him. One of the women in the community went and told their parish priest about Bernardo seeing the illuminated statue of the Virgin Mary. One day, when the priest came to Cuapa, he asked Bernardo about the event and what happened that night. Bernardo told him everything. The priest then told Bernardo to pray and ask the Blessed Virgin if there was anything that she wanted from us, and also ask her to more clearly manifest herself. Bernardo obeyed, but this is what he prayed. Blessed Mother, please do not request anything of me. I have many problems in the church. Make your request known to some other person, because I want to avoid any more problems. I have a great many now. I don't want any more. It is early May and Bernardo was going through a really hard time. He felt like nobody appreciated his efforts. He felt that he had been working for the church since he was a little boy, cleaning the chapel, washing the altar cloths, doing it all with love and no pay. But instead of gratitude, people mocked him. Even his own brothers made fun of him, saying that he stayed poor because he wasted his time in the sacristy. On May 8th, Bernardo decided to go to the river early in the morning to fish and calm his mind. And he did. The day flew by, and at 1 p.m. it rained, so he went under a tree and started praying the rosary. By the time he finished the rosary, the rain stopped. He then picked some fruit, gathered his fish, and realized it was getting late because he had to feed his calf and lead the rosary in the chapel by 5. While he's returning, he's walking through the countryside. Suddenly, he saw a strange flash of light, like lightning, but it wasn't raining and there was no storm. Then another flash came, and this time he beheld a mysterious vision. He saw a brilliant white cloud glowing with sunlight hovering above a tree. Above the cloud stood a beautiful woman. Her dress was long and white with a blue cord around her waist. Covering her was a soft cream color veil with gold embroidery around the edge. Her feet were bare and her hands joined in prayer. Thank you so much for watching.